Hello there viewers and welcome to something quite different. I haven't really chose a good time to do this. In fact, I have chose quite a bad time to be honest, as it is nearly the end of 2015, we're into October, at least we are at the time of recording. But I decided I would do this video anyway. And what I'm doing is my personal list of the worst things to happen in 2014. Now, some of these are trends or whatever that happened in 2014, and I'm sure some of my viewers have attempted or done some of these things. So if you have, just know I don't hold anything against you. Please don't get offended. I don't mean to offend anyone with this video. So yeah, let's start with a reasonably I say uncontroversial list just because no one can really get offended by it. But my number 4 place goes to the Ebola outbreak. Not only was this one of the worst things that happened, it was quite a confusing thing that happened as well, because I don't think there was an outbreak of Ebola since the 80s. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I don't think it was until since the 80s that there had been an outbreak. And this outbreak was in West Africa, that's where it started. And yeah, as you can expect, a lot of people died from it. If you don't know, Ebola is an extremely deadly virus. I'm not really the biggest expert on the Ebola virus, you just know it is probably one of the most deadly virus there is. So yeah, I don't really need to explain why that's on my personal worst list. Secondly, we have, this is probably going to offend quite a lot of people, but selfies. Now, let me explain. A selfie is when someone takes a picture of themselves with their phone or device or whatever. They have this thing which allows you to flip the camera around so it's facing you. And in theory, it doesn't sound like a really bad thing. But in 2014, there was an explosion of these things. People were just taking selfies everywhere. They were posting them on the internet. Practically everywhere you looked, there was a selfie. And this did indeed annoy a lot of people, as you can expect. And that's why selfies go to my number 3 spot on this list. Again, if you have taken a selfie, I don't hold anything against you. I just personally don't understand it. I think most people done it because it was just a trend really, and people decided it would be quite a fun thing to do. Anyway, that's my number 3 spot. Number 2 spot goes to Vine. Now, Vine had been going for a while before 2014, I think. Don't quote me on that one. But again, just like selfies, that's when it started to take off a lot more. And we had people screaming stuff like, "These nuts." That is an example of one of them. "What are those?" Let me think of another one. 21. Again, I don't really understand them myself. But yeah, a lot of people were doing them. A lot of people were just quoting them everywhere at extremely weird times to do them as well. Like people just screaming "these nuts" at one another, which is quite strange, if as you can imagine. And yeah, again, that's probably offended quite a lot of people. I know a few of my friends, if they're watching this, do use Vine and do say stuff like that on a regular basis. So just know, like I said, I personally don't understand it, but yeah. And finally, my number 1 spot goes to the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. A bit of background info here. The Ice Bucket Challenge initially was a challenge to help raise awareness for the disease known as ALS, which is a disease which freezes your muscles and stuff, so you can't move. You become wheelchair bound, things like that. A really terrible disease. And the Ice Bucket Challenge, when it started, it was raising money for this disease. It was raising awareness. However, people started to turn it into a game, and in the end it just became some stupid game in which people decided to pour water over themselves and not actually donate money to charity, which again I don't understand, because if you're not doing it for charity, all you've really done is pour a bucket of water over your head, freezing cold ice water. Yeah, I don't see what you're getting out of that. And I definitely know for certain that a few of my friends have done this before. So yeah, please don't get offended by it. And if any viewers that I don't know have attempted this, again, don't get offended. I don't mean to offend anyone here. So yeah, that was my personal list of the worst things to happen in 2014. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'm thinking about doing another one of these at the end of 2015 to say, as you can imagine, the worst things that happened in 2015. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, whatever, and leave down in the comments what suggestions for what I could put in the 2015 version of this, and also leave down if you agreed or disagreed with any of my spots on this list. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Very appreciated. See you in the next video.